Well, what's up, Selkies and sea cucumbers? My name is Cattleya Hicks. I am your sister from another transistor, here to help y'all understand your cosmic sexuality. I'm sorry I've missed you the past few weeks. It's a little like when McDonald's has the ice cream machine out, and y'all suspect it's just that the employees don't want to make no ice cream. It's pretty much like that. But I'm back now. The ice cream machine is up and running. I am getting a transmission right now. Okay, hold on. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Her name? Sedna? Sedna. 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 Oh my gosh, girl. Mother of the deep, y'all. She is talking to me. She's saying Neptune is a pussy and that she is a cunt. Queen cunt. Though those words together are redundant. Okay. Y'all, Sedna just entered Gemini, and she wishes to be seen as the dual queen that she is. Mother of the deep? How about mother of all daddy issues? Now, I've been talking to y'all about your root chakra and these two buttons, the red and green button, which each are the beginning of a flame inside of you. You got twin flames inside of you, and that's actually where that word twin flame comes from. Sure, you're gonna meet your mystical counterpart. Don't worry about that. But first, you gotta ignite them twin flames inside of you. Both the red, the root, and the green, the heart. And it's gonna feel like a lot of stop and go, y'all. A lot of hitting the brake and the accelerator all at once. Handling these flames is a big deal. It's a big job. And here, we ain't even going to be talking about them today, because we're going to be dwelling down with Sedna, down there where there ain't no light, y'all. All flames are put out, not just when they enter the ocean. See, Neptune, look, it ain't that Neptune's a pussy, okay? And that is a term of respect here, all right? Neptune is Janelle Monáe, powerful pussy, powerful. Sedna is Ursula, queen cunt. Y'all have her listed there under negative asteroids on astroseek.com. And she's trying to ensure today that she stays on that list, okay? Because she ain't here to tell you sweet nothings. She comes with two icky little eels and a warning. Now, before she took on that Disneyification, yeah, she took on deification. In her native mythology, she is an Inuit goddess. Except she was more famous for saying, I ain't into it. She was the I ain't into it goddess who rejected everything her father gave her. She had a pretty face, but her head was up in space, and she needed to come back down to Earth. Well, Earth just wasn't ever good enough for her. Miss Sedna had no heaven to reach for. She had Earth and didn't want it, so she said, screw this, I'll just take hell. She comes with two little eels named Pinga and Anguta. Look, y'all, Sedna just went into Gemini, and Sedna is her father's daughter. Anguta is her father. In Inuit mythology, he is a dual god. Some referred to him as a creator god. Others called him God of the Dead. And that's exactly what Sedna became, because Daddy-o effed up and chopped all her fingers off and made her more powerful than he ever was.
He picked her up and he threw her over the Umaq, and she started to drown in the Tariq, but she clung onto the sides of the boat. He pulled out his savik, his knife, and started to cut away at her fingers. Her fingers that were still letting off blood became our sea mammals.
So the ocean is divided into 3 main zones. We got the sunlit zone, which is Neptune, aka Janelle Monáe's territory. It is that beautiful sunset, splashing around half naked, life is peachy and beachy and gay zone of the ocean. That's Neptune. So we got that sunlit zone, and then right beneath that is the twilight zone. Okay, Neptune will dip a toe into the twilight zone. Y'all doing psychedelics and taking your little head and heart trips here on Earth, doing your drugs, that is one toe down into that twilight zone. The rest of it belongs to Sedna, and you can't handle it. That's when them good trips start to turn bad. Notice the symbolism there. Neptune dips a toe into the twilight zone. And that's when them digits start getting cut off. You know how the divine is all this beautiful geometry? Well, fingers and toes are digits. All that pure math starts to fall apart. Any mental grasp on reality gets gone here in the twilight zone. It's murky, it's dark, the pressure will crush you. And that ain't even the bottommost zone. Underneath the twilight zone, you got the midnight zone. Nothing stays alive in the midnight zone except for Sedna. And she will never give up that power or any of her secrets, ever. They are locked away. That is the little black box of Earth, okay? Sedna isn't just mother of the deep. She is protecting all of Earth's deepest, darkest secrets, which is all the worst crap that's happened here on this planet. All of that memory, okay? Water is memory, and your bodies are water. Your bodies remember everything that's ever happened to y'all. And in the beginning of material, biological life, all of y'all lived in bodies that went through hell. You were all born screaming time and time and time and time again, and have given birth screaming time and time and time and time again. All your tender little tissues and organs and nerves, all that sensitivity that you now got, you got that by being torn out of the earth. Think about it like if you're a tree and that tree wants to turn into a sculpture. You got to cut the tree down, you got to cut all into it, and then you got to carve out all your little features. Now it's one thing to just make a little face out of wood. How do you make that face come to life? Think of the pain of getting in there and all of them little vessels, all them tiny little details that make you, you. Creation has been a process of destruction. The raw materials of Earth getting carved into discrete beings, separate entities. The entire journey thus far has been pain. Sedna is our memory of all of that. She ain't no villain. Ultimately, where her warning comes in is when y'all's bodies are hanging on to that pain and they don't need to no more. Sedna represents that entire pain body, which generates all of our current power, all of the power that we are just now learning that we got, bubbling up from them depths. So here's what she really wants to correct today. It ain't about being known as a supervillain. That ain't what she really is, y'all. Though she loves that Disney movie. She thinks that is a freaking riot, okay? These queens can laugh at themselves. That's why they're queens. It's raw power, y'all. And power is always love, okay? Force is power's opposite. That's what y'all are dealing with here on Earth. The force. of life being seeded, destruction, life growing inside, just crushing everything around it, and then life bursting forth. That entire masculine principle, which has just taken, that was no massive psychological ill will, y'all. That was simply the pain of psychological birth in humankind. It was the pain of the masculine and the feminine getting that great divorce so that they could actually see one another and witness one another, get to know one another, which in the Bible, I don't know if y'all know, to know someone in the Bible, that's a code word for getting it on, okay? Consummation, intercourse, getting to know ya, sex. To know is to love, to want to know, to want to get to know. That is what sex is about. It's that whole process of getting to know somebody that we're all looking for. But when we jump in the sack, it's like hitting download. You just grab the thing you came for, having no idea what it means, why it feels good, what its higher purpose is. See, that's where we are at this moment. The mother of the deep, Sedna, is just down there in the midnight zone, creeping up through the twilight zone, poking her head up into the sunlit zone, like, hey y'all, it's Gemini season. Are you ready to see my two faces? Because the sunlit zone, this peachy, beachy, and gay romp y'all are making across the world. Y'all got so many resorts and celebrities and sunshine. Y'all just got sunshine coming out your buttholes. But when I look on the TV, it's all like, it's all that blood. It's blood on the beach. It's midsummer. It's domestic nightmare. And it's all because you just don't know Sedna. You don't know your whole journey. You don't know yourself. You don't know the person you're having sex with. You don't appreciate that vast map, which ain't the territory. Nevertheless, you got an infinite map inside of you. And yeah, okay, that map is kind of back in here. There's a little bullet in your brain that is highly connected to your sexual force. That is like that map. If you get in touch with your third eye, then that map is just all lit up around you. And yes, you can see it all. I don't like to make a big deal about the third eye because people will try to bypass their sexual nature and all this dark, deep stuff and just go straight for the third eye, and that don't work. Ain't no skipping the line when your soul is evolving, okay? And that thing is shaped like a bullet to the head because your ego's got to be dead. Let's come back to Sedna now and the body and how the body's made of water and the water is memory. Y'all got to depersonalize from your own body. When you got trauma in your current life's history, you got to say goodbye to this body. You got to be ready to throw this thing away and put on your new heavenly body. Thank this body for its service, but you don't need those memories no more. And Sedna's here to accept them for you and to put your book on her shelf. And it's there anytime you ever want to visit it in the future. But first, you got to get rid of this body and those memories. Let them go. Chunk them in the ocean and then vomit on top of it. Just for good measure. Sedna ain't afraid of no puke, y'all. She wants it all. Give her everything. All the shit in the piss, in the blood, in the puke. Everything that represents lack of control in your body. Sedna wants to take that for you and churn it up into raw power. And she's going to put that power in not a little black box in your heavenly body. It's going to be a little black pearl. See, y'all are thinking spirituality is all getting through the dark to get your little white pearl. Your higher self has actually traversed the entire light spectrum just to come down and get you that little black pearl. Here's Sedna, this deep, dark territory we've come through. Y'all have lived about 72,000 lives, each of y'all individually. And all of those lives you've had to depersonalize from. You've gotten rid of those bodies and jumped into new bodies that have all been crushed down and recycled as you've been chasing that little white pearl the entire time. You've had 72,000 heavenly bodies all reaching down into the depths chasing this black pearl. Y'all are all on the brink here, in between, depersonalizing from all your past lives and repersonalizing in order to begin living them 72,000 lives that are all awash in light, that are peaches and beaches and joy. Y'all are all basically in purgatory at the moment as final things get sorted. And this 144,000 number that y'all are coming up on, that ain't no 144,000 people that are gonna be in this grand new place called heaven. That's just your past and your future meeting in the middle. That's your personal 144,000 lives, because you are perfect math. You are divine love. You are power, the power. And you have already been everything that you can conceive of. And you are about to become things that you can't conceive of yet. Just one more little update about Sedna here. Okay, so she ain't actually like down there no more. Her consciousness as Mother of the Deep is pretty much just on autopilot. She has actually been liberated from the deep for quite a while. Y'all, she wants a bit of that sunlight zone too. She wants to splash around half naked too. See, y'all, her Arctic background, which she's out there in the Oort cloud, right? Which is a frozen wasteland. It's a big old eggshell around y'all's galaxy. And that underworld that she is queen of, and her daddy and Pinga are the psychopomps of this underworld, which is really an outer world. Now that shell, that frozen shell, represents a kind of cosmic ego for all of y'all. It is preparation for the land of the moon. Okay? And guess where you are right now? The moon takes the sunlight and prints your little bodies. You are in a place named Earth, which happens to be the land of the moon. See, Sedna and her daddy both quit searching for ways to be a victim. They both decided together, we are going to make some freaking pearls. We're going to be a pearl factory. So when Sedna started popping her head up into that sunlit zone, okay, first she went through the twilight zone. You can see her in such manifestations as that little spongy guy who lives in a pineapple under the sea. That's Sedna in the twilight zone. She was also this little video game dolphin named Echo. She was both the hero and the villain in that video game. She was Echo the dolphin and the big bad vortex queen. Now her favorite sunlit manifestation, y'all, and you're going to be conflicted about this, but when she went into Taurus in 1966, she was ready for dry land for good, okay? SpongeBob and Echo the Dolphin and Ariel and Ursula, those were just little side projects of hers. Her real passion, y'all, was waking the fuck up. So she started just a couple years later with her papa, the patriarchy. She became this benevolous, maleficent mermaid. Now, she hid her identity all through her journey in Taurus, but she always knew she was going to reveal herself in Gemini as this Lady Jekyll and Hyde. And look there's Venus. We just had our Venus Cassimi in Gemini yesterday. Freaking mastermind. She's got us all locked in. She is the generator of this whole universe, pretty much. Do I agree with her politics? I don't freaking know. I'm from the Pleiades, and I'm just gonna tell you, y'all, we are dumb. The only reason I got any grasp on y'all's reality at all is because I'm in Allison's body. She's got a pretty rockin' brain, but it ain't even enough to help me some days. Anyway, I'm just saying, Stella here got her groove back. And she ain't ever going down under again. Y'all don't have to drink her coffee anymore. They got a little too comfortable waking people the fuck up. They're basically drug dealer status right now. And Sedna ain't feeling too good about it. You know, she's never been fond of people taking too much, using more than they need. Quadruple shots, y'all. You just don't need that. You never need that much coffee. I think I've said enough for today. Thank you, Sedna, for joining us. And there's more to say. She's already given me more. Shut up, Sedna. Shut up. Y'all, she's just manic right now. She ain't making no sense. I'm gonna take some notes. Y'all, she is wired. It's not. Okay, that's all for now. I'll connect the dots next week. And in the meantime, y'all, may the force be so gentle with you that you just fall asleep in a field and wake up feeling like you're in a brand new body. I love you so much. Peace out.